Hello, my friends. Welcome to Fluent English Every Day. I am Sophie, and I'm happy you are here to practice English with me today. This story is about a man who faces a very difficult choice and learns an important lesson. It is simple, emotional, and perfect for listening and shadowing. Remember, every day you practice English, you get stronger. Keep repeating the sentences and try to speak along with me. You can do it, and your English will improve step by step. In a small town, there lived a man named Kendrick. He had a loving wife, Alina, and 2 children. Kendrick worked in a factory, but the job did not pay well. Every month, money was tight. Sometimes they struggled to buy food or pay the bills. Alina tried her best to make everything comfortable for the children. She cooked carefully, cleaned the house, and fixed old clothes. Despite all the problems, Kendrick always told the truth. People in the town trusted him because he never lied. He was honest even when telling the truth was hard. One day, the factory announced it was closing. Kendrick lost his job, and all the workers were being laid off. He came home that evening feeling scared and tired. He sat at the dinner table, quiet. Alina noticed his face. "Kendrick, what is wrong?" she asked gently. He hesitated. He did not want to worry his family, but he took a deep breath. "I lost my job today," he said. Alina looked shocked. "What will we do now? We have bills to pay, and the children need food," she said. Kendrick could not answer. He only promised to find another job soon. The next morning, Kendrick went to look for work. He walked to every store and shop, asking, "Do you have work?" But everyone said no. He walked slowly through the town, feeling tired and sad. Then, out of nowhere, he saw a wallet on the ground. Kendrick picked it up and opened it. Inside, there was a lot of money. He looked around carefully, but no one was there. He thought, "If I take this money, my family will have food and no one will know." For the first time in his life, Kendrick felt tempted to lie. That evening, he brought the wallet home. He did not tell Alina where the money came from. Instead, he said, "I found some extra work today." Alina smiled and was happy. She did not ask more questions. Kendrick used the money to buy groceries and pay a few bills. For a moment, life felt better. But to be honest, Kendrick could not sleep at night. He felt guilty. He had lied, and it hurt his heart. He knew that hiding the truth was wrong, but he felt he had no choice. Days passed. Kendrick tried not to think about the wallet. He wanted to forget what he had done, but deep inside he could not escape his guilt. Every time he looked at his children eating the food he bought, he felt a mix of relief and shame. He loved his family, but he also felt afraid of what might happen if the truth came out. He wished he could turn back time and make a different choice, but the world would not allow it. He realized that honesty is not always easy, especially when life is difficult. A few days later, there was a knock at the door. Kendrick's heart began to race. Outside stood 2 police officers. "Good morning," one said. "We are looking for a lost wallet. Did you happen to find it?" Kendrick froze. His hands felt cold. He did not know what to say. If he told the truth, he would lose the money and his family might struggle again. If he lied, he could be in serious trouble. He swallowed hard and said, "I haven't seen any wallet." The officers looked at him but said nothing more and left. Kendrick closed the door and felt a mixture of relief and fear. That night, Kendrick could not sleep. He walked around the house quietly. The children were already in bed. Alina sat at the table, reading, and looked tired from all the work she did. Kendrick thought about what he had done. To be honest, he had never lied before. He had always believed that honesty was the best choice. But now he had broken his own rule. The guilt weighed on him like a heavy stone. He kept thinking about the wallet and what might happen if they discovered the truth. He had no choice but to wait and hope nothing would go wrong. Days passed, but the worry never left him. Every time he saw Alina cooking or his children playing, his heart ached. He wanted to tell them the truth, but fear stopped him. Then, one morning, out of nowhere, the police returned. They looked serious and held some papers in their hands. "Kendrick, we have evidence," the officer said. "Someone saw you pick up the wallet. Why did you lie to us?" Kendrick's face turned pale. His hands shook. He had tried to avoid this moment, but now he could not. The truth had finally caught up with him. Kendrick took a deep breath and said, "I did find the wallet. I took the money. I was desperate. I'm sorry." The officer shook his head. Keeping the wallet was wrong, but lying made it worse. "You will have to return the money, and you may face charges." Kendrick felt a heavy weight on his chest. He had tried to protect his family, but his actions had made everything worse. He felt ashamed and afraid. He wanted to hide, but there was no place to run. He realized that lies could create bigger problems than the ones he had at first. When Kendrick told Alina the truth, it broke her heart. "How could you lie to us?" she asked quietly. Her voice was soft, but full of hurt. Kendrick looked down at the floor. "I didn't know what else to do. I was afraid we wouldn't survive without the money." Alina was silent for a moment. Then she said, "I understand that you were scared, but lying only made things worse. Now we have bigger problems than before." Kendrick felt tears in his eyes. He loved his family, but he knew he had disappointed them. The children did not understand everything, but they could feel that something was wrong. They noticed the sadness on their father's face. Kendrick had always told them that honesty is very important, but now they saw him make a mistake. It hurt him to see the children confused and worried. He wished he could take back his actions and teach them the lesson the right way. He promised himself that from now on, he would do everything to make things right again. Kendrick had to go to court. His heart was heavy as he stood in front of the judge. He looked at the floor and said slowly, "I found the wallet and kept the money. Then I lied to the police. I am very sorry." The judge listened carefully. "Lying to the police is a serious crime," the judge said. "You could have returned the wallet, but instead you chose to lie. That choice has consequences." Kendrick felt ashamed. He knew he had made a big mistake. He understood now that honesty is always the best path, even when it is very hard. Kendrick's punishment was harsh. He had to pay a fine, and he spent a short time in jail. While he was there, Alina worked extra hours, and the children missed their father deeply. It broke Kendrick's heart to think about the struggle his family faced because of his actions. He realized that even a small lie could cause a lot of pain. He thought about all the times he had taught his children to be honest. He felt guilty for not following his own advice. In jail, he promised himself that he would never lie again. When Kendrick returned home, his family waited anxiously. He hugged Alina and the children tightly. "I am sorry," he said. "I thought I was protecting you, but I only made things worse." Alina nodded, tears in her eyes. "We forgive you, Kendrick, but we need to rebuild trust. Honesty is more important than anything," she said softly. Kendrick felt a deep sense of relief. He understood that the truth could heal, even if it was hard to face at first. He also went to the man who lost the wallet to apologize. The man was angry at first, but he forgave Kendrick. "We all make mistakes," the man said, "but lying only makes life harder." Kendrick worked hard at a new job. He wanted to support his family honestly and carefully. Every day, he remembered the lesson he learned. He told his children stories about mistakes he had made and explained why honesty matters. For the first time in his life, he felt proud that he could teach them a lesson from real experience. One day, his son came home from school looking worried. "Dad, I broke a window at school. I'm scared to tell the teacher," he said quietly. Kendrick smiled gently. "I understand you are scared, but hiding the truth will only make things worse," he said. He continued, "Go and tell the teacher now. It is better to face the truth than to lie and feel guilty later." The boy nodded and ran off. Kendrick watched him and felt hope in his heart. He knew that teaching honesty through example was the most important thing he could do. From that day on, Kendrick and his family lived by one simple rule: never lie. Life was not easy, but they faced challenges together. They always told the truth and learned that honesty brought peace. Even when life was hard, in their small town, people noticed the change in Kendrick. They saw a man who had made mistakes but had learned from them. He became a trusted neighbor and friend. His life was not perfect, but it was real and honest. Kendrick knew that no matter how difficult life became, telling the truth was the only way to live fully. He understood that honesty builds trust and that lies only bring pain. Every day, he tried to live this lesson and share it with his children. Remember, my friends, life is not always easy. Sometimes we make mistakes, and sometimes we feel scared or unsure. To be honest, that is okay. What matters most is that we try to do the right thing and tell the truth. Every small choice you make can make a big difference. Just like Kendrick, you can learn from your mistakes and become stronger. You are stronger than you think, and every day is a chance to grow, practice, and improve your English. Keep practicing a little every day. Speak slowly, repeat the sentences, and try to shadow the words as you listen. Mistakes are part of learning. Do not be afraid to speak, even if it feels hard at first. Every time you try, your English gets better. Remember, honesty and practice go hand in hand. Be honest in your life and honest with yourself in learning. Thank you so much for listening today. I hope you enjoyed the story and learned new words and phrases. If you liked this video, please subscribe to Fluent English Every Day and click the bell so you don't miss new stories. Keep practicing every day, speak with courage, and never give up. Your English will grow step by step. I'll see you in the next story. Keep going, you're doing amazing.